All right, hello everyone. It's Molly. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. I'm going to do one of my abstract balloon smashes tonight where I blend the acrylic paint, paint the background, then add my curly cues, and then balloon smash. It's a technique that I'll be teaching at FAB, and I do still have some spots open for that one. I am going to be using, I may speed some parts of this up, but I wanted to explain to you how I'm layering the acrylic paint and what I'm doing. So I'm using regular tube paint. I've got Payne's Gray, Venetian Rose. I don't know if I might use a little bit of fluorescent pink here. And I have Rose Madder. So I'm going to start with those. And I may blend in a little bit of white. I'm not sure. I kind of want this one to be kind of bold. And then I have my regular pouring medium, which is thicker consistency than like my blowouts, but it's just got, I would say, medium consistency. And then I have these little bottles that will make my curly cues, and this is a little bit thinner than the balloon smash consistency. I have my paddle brushes that I will be using. And these are Liquitex, and then I have this cute little one that's like soft bristled. The paddle brush is actually very thick bristled, stiff. This is very soft. I actually got this, I think, at Home Depot. And then for blending, I have these really soft bristle brushes. So I carry all kinds of different brushes. But to get it started, I really just squeeze out with, keeping in mind where I think I want my colors, and squeeze out some paint to get started. And then you'll see as I start brushing, they will blend together. So I'm gonna put my Rose Madder where I think I want it. And this part is all about just enjoying the process. Figuring out what colors you wanna use, what you like. I'm going to use the other end of my stick. I think I am going to put some fluorescent pink in there. And then I will take my dark color, my last color, and put just some very small parts of that in there. Oh, squirt it all out. And I might come in with a little bit of white. I'm not sure yet. I'm just going to have to see how these blend. So for the first layer, I just take, I think this is a 2-inch paddle brush. I don't know, like a 1.5-inch paddle brush, a 2.5-inch paddle brush. And then I'm just gonna kind of start going in where I have color and just blending on out. Some places will be darker. It's gonna make a really pretty purple. Some places will be much lighter, and you'll want to have a paper towel so that when I get too much of this color, because if I just brushed all the way across, I would have this same color everywhere. So you want to keep the different colors, so you want to wipe your brush off every now and again. And then you can actually blend those colors together. So I really like the Payne's Gray there, so I'm going to keep that there. And these little short stroking motions, when I come back in to really blend it, they'll blend away. Oh, I love the bright color here. So I know that this is too dark over here, so I am going to add some of the light color, I think. I say too dark, but it's not what I wanted there. So I can already tell I'm getting more color on there, so I'm just going to blend that off. Go wipe that off and go back to blending. So now that I see this, and then you'll want to make sure you get your sides, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so I've got my sides, and you can paint them first, but I actually like them to be the color that I have on there. So if your paint gets a little bit too dry, if it took you too long, you can just spritz with water and keep working. So I'm going to come back in because I want this to be lighter in some areas with a little bit more pink. And I really liked the rose madder right through here. Whoops, can't get it off my stick. And I liked the fluorescent pink up in this corner and right up through there. There we go. All right, so I'm going to come back through now with my smaller brush that is clean and just come right on through there and lighten that area up. And I know that I want this area with that same kind of lighter color. Wipe that off, come back in with this, catch my sides back up with it. And it's gonna lighten it all the way down through there. I really like the rose madder through here. Now, at this point, you can do one of two things. You can take a soft brush and just blend this out to be a soft background. So I'll show you that. Just blending to be a soft background. You can go in one direction, like the band. Every now and again, you want to wipe this off. I'm going to fold it in half. Or you can trade brushes completely. I'm working with a dry brush here. But if you want to, and this is what I like to do, you can dip your brush in and then start creating lines. And this adds depth to the painting. I'm going to come back in with my small one now. With a little bit, where'd my Payne's gray go? With a little bit of the Payne's gray. Just come on down through. And it starts to create this really cool depth that you get. So you've got the pattern underneath, and then you've got the pattern over top. And you can crisscross your lines. I want a little bit of the lighter pink through here, and that'll be my last part. I wanted a big strip of it there to lighten it up, and then a small strip of it there. And that is how I blend the background for this. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I am going to take just a smaller brush here with a little bit of the fluorescent pink and come back through with some smaller lines here. Just to keep a little bit more interest running through here. I think that added a nice touch, and I'm going to do the same thing up here. So with the paddle brush, it's definitely a bigger blend than if you use like a soft bristled flat brush. There's so much that I learned when I was doing this technique. Oh, okay, perfect. Love it. I'm gonna do one tiny little, maybe rose madder, right down here. And again, if you mess up or want to re-blend a part, totally okay. Just re-wet your paint a little bit and it's no problem. Okay, now for the fun part. As if that wasn't fun enough. Blending acrylic paint. I could leave this painting like this. I really like it that way. So the next part is my tiny bit thinner paint in the bottles. And I've already down here drawn and made sure that they're pretty good consistency, but I'm just gonna start off the canvas, roll it on around. And once you run out of your squeeze, that's okay. You can always restart right there. But what's gonna happen is where I make these curly cues are gonna be where my balloon smashes go. Because the paint is very difficult to come out of these fully. So I'm going to start over here, get it going. And again, if those mess up, that's okay. Hold it a little bit away from the canvas. Stop your squeeze and then come back to it. You could even start down here and meet it up there. But again, the saving grace of this is wherever you don't like, you can always balloon smash. So now I'm going to come in with this really pretty, this is actually a table leftover color, and I don't want to do too many of these, and you want to go kind of slow, give it time to come out of the bottle. And if your colors meet right here and they blend together a little bit, that's okay. That could be another smash area. And I start it off the canvas so that I get a good running kind of go at it. Now I'm gonna get going a little bit more here. Again, around the corner is okay. And if there's air bubbles, that's all right too. I'm gonna start off this side. Right back on. I shook this bottle and I shouldn't have before I started. Okay, so now I'm gonna come in with the fun part. I'm gonna put a little bit of purple. Right where the lines come through. And these are going to, and you could do these balloon smashes without the extra lines if you wanted as well. Some of them I'm gonna add the gold to. And some of them I'm not gonna puddle at all, but I'll touch what I've already puddled onto the next one. And I really, this phthalo blue is kind of harsh. So I don't know if I'm going to use any more of it. I might use it maybe in just like 1 or 2 balloon smashes and that's it. I do love the gold though. All right, let's get to smashing. So you're going to press straight down and then pick straight up. And it's going to create the striations. Same thing here. Oh, love that one. And then if they overlap, totally okay. That's what's going to give it dimension. I'm going to pick this one up. Go right to the side right there. That's beautiful. This one right here is going to be one that overlaps. Oh, love that. Then you can make a decision of which one you want to be your predominant one, or if you want them to blend in together. I do want this one, I am gonna roll this one just a little bit to blend those colors right there. And then this one, that's got a lot of the turquoise. I'm gonna put a little bit more of the purple down in there. Wipe off the balloon, go back down, and then I will have created some of the purple striations. And I really do feel like maybe just one tiny one right there. Oh yeah. Connect my line right here. Love it. Only thing I have left to do is I want a little bit of the purple in this one as well. Oh, yes. Yes. And then just a tiny bit of purple in that one. That's a smash and a smash. And I'm gonna re-smash that one. Oh, I wanna get the same shape though to overlay it. Now I don't like that one. I'm gonna put a little bit of gold in there. Good enough. But okay, I'm pretty happy with this, and I am going to let it dry. And then, like I said, you can always do any extra touch-ups that you need. And yeah, I'll take you in, show you what it looks like. Okay, here it is, and I want to show you how beautiful those are in the center. That was a smash and a smash. My paint here, it's still a little bit thin. I think I'm gonna touch it up just a little bit more. Got these. Super fun. But there you have it. I'll show you what it looks like dry. Oh, this is still one of my favorite techniques. The blended background I love. Always adds so much depth and interest. And then look at the striations that are in these balloon smashes. Like, to paint these details would be so difficult. And these are done with the balloon. It's just amazing. And I don't know if you can see, but these lines, they dry, even though they look thick, they dry pretty flat. And you can just trim them on up with the brush. But yeah, I love it. Super excited. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I will see some of you in October. Happy painting. Bye.